Hi everybody, it's so good to see you again. It's been a while. I got all moved into my dorm style apartment thing for the school year, so that's what's been going on for me. If you are in school or anything, I hope that the first couple days or weeks are going really well for you. And if not, I hope that as summer comes to an end and fall starts to creep in, it's a good time for you. So, I have this really cute notebook. And a pencil. And I'm gonna be drawing something while I just sort of talk to you about my day and my last couple weeks and everything. Figured we'd have like a casual conversation together. So I got this from a wonderful writing professor who was not my professor, but her husband worked with me, so I got to meet her, and she's amazing, and she gave me this. So it's kind of meant for me to write down some of my ideas for my creative writing projects. But today I'm going to use it for something a little bit adjacent because it's beautiful. So I'll open it up to a little page. And I'll get started. So I'm going to draw, and then I'm going to give you some clues about what I'm drawing. See if you can guess. Maybe we'll do that a couple times. So today, this was the first Monday that I've had school this year. So for me, school started last Thursday. We had our first classes. And of course, you know, starting toward the end of the week, the professors just sort of give you information about the syllabus, about the course, stuff like that. So it wasn't very eventful. And then Friday, I had nothing because I just have labs on Friday, and none of the labs start till this week because some people have labs Monday through Wednesday, so they couldn't, you know, have just the Thursday, Friday people do labs. That wouldn't have been fair to them or to anybody else in the lab sections. So I have my labs on Friday this week, which is scary because I'm not a real big fan of labs. But we'll see, maybe I'll like them this year. So I got to hang out with my dad because he came over to my college town for a little conference thingy. And he got this like fancy hotel room and stuff, so we got to hang out. And I had never seen Beavis and Butthead before going to the hotel and watching it on the Comedy Central channel, and I freaking love it. I'm enamored. It's so funny. I don't know how I hadn't seen it. I think it's like making a comeback at the moment. It's so funny. I love it. We watched like 4 episodes in total, I think. The first one was Beavis and Butthead were like at the White House, the Capitol. And there was, we kind of tuned in the middle, so we couldn't tell like everything that was going on, but there was some sort of like national emergency, so the Secret Service was after Beavis and Butthead. And then we watched the Weird Girl one, which is where there's like a girl who like falls in love with Beavis, and she's like very emo, and they're in class talking about Romeo and Juliet, and the teacher is like, why don't you guys like tell us if you have any great loves in your life? And the girl is like, oh, I do, but I prefer not to say. And Beavis says, oh yeah, no, I have a big passion. It's hard for me to like say this. I've kept it a secret for so long. And the girl's looking at him like, oh my god, like he loves me. And then he says, fire, it's fire. And my dad and I just completely died. It was so funny. The third one we watched was my personal favorite because it was very creative. It was Beavis and Butthead. They were like taking a school field trip to like the place where like the line in between 2 time zones. And Butthead was like, Beavis, like it's very obvious if we, you know, cross this time zone, like we literally go 1 hour into the future. So like, let's do this. And Beavis is like, why hasn't anybody else thought of this? And Butthead goes, most people are stupid. So they keep going back and forth trying to pick up girls at the neighboring gas station. And they're like, oh, like let's just go 1 hour back in time before we like lost our Riz, or let's go like to before they got their boyfriends. And it's hilarious. It's so funny. Of course, the beauty of the show is that it's so stupid, and that's what makes it good. It's cleverly stupid. And then the last episode we watched was Refuse Service, which is where they're like working at their like burger shop, and the manager puts a sign that says we have the right to refuse service to anyone, and Beavis and Butthead take this to heart and they start just refusing service to everybody. It's hilarious. Like people will come up to the register and order something, and Butthead goes, I refuse. Or these 2 cops pull up and they like ask for a meal, and they're like, can we get, you know, a burger with fries and whatever? And he goes, yes you can, but not here. It's so funny. Absolute comedy gold. So that was really fun. And then we kind of, the next day was Saturday, and we were kind of trying to kill time before my dad like went back to our hometown. And so we like popped into like a super fancy watch shop to just like literally just to pop in for fun. My dad's been getting more interested in watches, which is funny. Pretty cool. So we like looked at the watches for fun, and there was like a couple like looking at engagement rings, which was so sweet. I died of cuteness. Let's see, I might be done with this one. Okay, here are your clues. Let's see, this is something that you'll probably see in a nice neighborhood park. Usually these do not occur on their lonesome. They have bright colors, specific creatures that help them propagate. Do you have it yet? It's a very bad drawing of a flower and clouds and some wind and some ground with some grass. Okay, let's do another one. So Saturday, I went to Walmart to grab a pizza pan and came back to here, my little apartment, and oh yeah, so I went to my friend's place to watch The Summer I Turned Pretty season 1. I hadn't seen any of this show until Saturday. I loved it. I had seen somebody do like a show commentary on the first 2 seasons, so I like know like the general like strokes of the plot, but I didn't know much beyond that. So I really enjoyed it, and we binged the first season, so that was really fun. Usually I'm so like anal about school and stuff, and like I don't let myself relax during the school year, so this was really good for me. Even though like school hadn't started really yet, I mean we had the first 2 days, I always feel like the pressure to like, oh well, as long as you're here on campus, like you should be doing something productive. But nope, I binge watched a season of a show with my good friends. So that was really fun. We ordered pizza, but it didn't come. We ordered it through Grubhub, and it was like, okay, 60 to 80 minutes is your time window, and we were at like 95 minutes, and so I called, and they were like, oh yeah, your order was like not confirmed, and I was like, but I literally have a confirmation email in my inbox. So that was like a little annoying, but it was fine. We just had a like oven pizza, so that was good. Very good. I was so hungry. I inhaled that pizza. But yeah, I mean, I'm not like spoiling anything because it's not really much to do with the plot, but like much to do with intricacies of the plot. But I'm so far Team Jeremiah. By the end of season 1, I'm Team Jeremiah, but people are saying that they're Team Conrad, so I'm very interested to see the next couple seasons. So after that, I came back to my dorm and decorated a little bit more, and then my roommate came in and we were talking about The Summer I Turned Pretty, and then we both went to sleep. I love that sound. So Sunday morning I woke up and I was able to, oh my gosh, why am I blanking? Oh, I think I took, like I ate food, but then I took a nap almost immediately. So yeah, so I took a nap and then I woke up in time to meet my mom and her co-worker as they were coming up from doing some field work back up to our hometown. So they came through my college town and they were like, why don't you meet us for lunch? So I did. It was super fun. It was at one of my favorite places ever. so good. It's a pasta place. They have this like specialty pasta made with this like unique cheese, and it's so good. It's just melted butter, the cheese, and get this pasta. So good. So we got that, and we got a little bit of ice cream at the end. They have this type of ice cream that is cherry, chocolate, and pistachio all together, mixed up. It's like Neapolitan, but the flavors are different. And really enjoyed that. It was super good. They came in these like really cute little like metal bowls that were like specifically for ice cream. It was so cute. And my mom had brought me a couple things I'd forgotten. Like a big thing of protein powder that I had forgotten. Because my dad wants to always make sure I have protein powder. And then she gave me my passport because I needed it for something I did today, which I'll get to in a second. And then I just came home and I was sort of like vegging out, like watching some YouTube. And then I sunscreened up and went to the library. And I just kind of, somebody closed the door. I just worked on some like preliminary homework stuff for a bit, answered some emails for this club I'm starting, which I'm really excited about. So I was like pretty productive. I think I was still kind of getting into the swing of it. I wasn't like fully locked in yet, but that is okay. Then I kind of got back to the dorm a little bit late. My roommate was asleep, so I quietly did everything I had to do before bed. I had a good night's rest. And that brings us to today. So I woke up at 7:30. I snoozed for like 5 minutes, and then I got my gym clothes on. I went for a run at the gym and did a little bit of stretching, sit-ups after my run. I did like a little morning prayer type thing on my phone. It always helps me relax. And then I went back to the dorm and I like played around with my hair a little bit. I've been trying to figure out how to do other stuff with my hair. So I was doing that, and then I sunscreened up and went to my first class of the day, which is evolution, which I already know is going to be my favorite class. First of all, I just love evolution. It's so interesting. It's completely fascinating. But our professors, it's a team talk class, our professors seem so cool. Just like really good natured and really cool people, so I'm very excited. Our professor was also like, kind of talked about how there's like a continuum in terms of like, you know, like there's a lot of students in the class, like a lot of them are bound to have like religious beliefs that might conflict with evolution, but he said that there are like a lot of people that like can like have both at the same time. You know, they can be religious, but they can also understand that evolution isn't something to be believed in. It's just real. It has scientific evidence behind it, and it's just fact. And I mean, that's where I'm at. Like, I have a church community that I love, and I go to church, and the prayer that I do is like as much introspective as it is just an action. But like, I'm a scientist, and I don't think that evolution is something to like believe in. There's no, it's just fact. Like, if that makes any sense. Like, there's no question to it. It's what we've proven. So I was happy that he sort of like recognized, you know, both ends of it. And he also said, like, for the people whose religious beliefs do like really conflict with evolution, he said, we just want you to understand that this is like something that is the most scientifically accurate theory for how we came to be. And he was like, we're not trying to like take away your religion or anything. So that was just kind of cool thing he said. So then after that, I went to the library. I went to like the quiet room in the library, and I read one of my professor's papers because I'd like to go into his office hours and just like introduce myself, but I want to have something to talk about. So I want to talk about his paper. And then I did like a 10-minute guided meditation on YouTube because I felt like I needed a reset. Sorry, I felt like I needed a reset. So I did that. And then I went and I biked to my car and I drove to do this like work confirmation thing to just like confirm that I'm like a citizen and everything, and that's what I needed my passport for before. So I came in and I gave them my passport, and then I like waited and they like typed in all my information, and then they were like, you're good. So I left. I've been listening to a lot of the band Garbage recently, so that's what I had like playing on my phone during the drive and stuff. I thought I was gonna die at one point today because this car merged into my lane like very recklessly. It was not good. So after that, I tried to make it to that professor's office hours, but he wasn't like there, so I'm pretty sure he just kind of seemed like first day like no one's gonna show up, which is like a totally fine assumption. So then I just like hung out in that building doing some homework that's due tonight before coming back here and filming this video. So I'll give you a hint about what I've drawn. This is sort of a cartoonish drawing of a being that is not necessarily alive. Well, I think these beings could be considered alive. I think they should be considered alive. But with NASA's definition of life, which is a Darwinian process capable of natural selection, I think that's their definition. This would not be considered alive. It could totally be considered alive with that definition, but most people don't consider it alive. Let me just end with that. It is made of metal. It has an antenna, and it can talk to you in a very stilted voice. There is a dance associated with this type of being. I think you know what it is. It's a robot. It's a little cartoonish robot. Okay guys, well, that was my day. That was kind of my last couple days. So I'll be back fairly soon for another video. I'll try not to leave everybody hanging for so long. I like making videos, so it's been hard for me to be gone for such a long time. So I'm trying to really make it a thing. But I appreciate you all so much for tuning in. If you aren't subscribed, it would help me out if you subscribed. Maybe if you left a like or a comment. I'm such a YouTuber. I'm not such a YouTuber. I have under 500 subscribers, so make me a YouTuber.